Hey YouTube, I'm back and I just was going to tell you my quick story about camping while TTC. And so we go to Kansas on a camping trip on the 4th of July each year. This year I predicted that this is the first month that we're trying since I took a break. And I realized that we were going to be camping from the 4th of July through the 6th of July and then driving back on the 7th of July. And I realized that I was going to be ovulating on the 6th. So we are not like RV campers. We are tent campers. We're not crazy like hike up into the woods with nothing but a backpack type people, but we are, drive to a campground. And so anyway, sorry about the dog. But we get there, and I have like in my little bag to walk to the bathroom with, I have ovulation predictors. And so in the bug-filled, completely crazy bathroom that I shared with people, I'm like peeing in this little Dixie cup I brought, dipping the ovulation predictor in and laying it flat, and then I would go out and lay it kind of under my bag so that people couldn't see it, but that I was, because they have, it takes like 5 minutes. So I use the cheap ones. And so anyway, so wouldn't you know it, on the 6th, bing, positive. So I go back and I tell my husband, oh my gosh, it's positive. And we had planned to try something Well, it turned out to be so comically impossible that I thought we were just out this month, because I was like, there's no way. Like, we just couldn't do it. And so, so the 7th was, so the 7th we were driving, so we ended up just going, okay, we're not going to do it, because we were like going to try a baby dance in the minivan, and then I was like, we have to have the windows down so I can hear the kids. Well, then that was kind of just disturbing, and so on our way back, we stayed in a hotel on the 7th, and we were going to try then, because it was like a suite, and we were put the kids in one room, and people were, well, we had kids that couldn't sleep, and so we didn't. So then we arrived home on the 8th, and we baby danced again. But I was like, you know what, we're 2 days late. We're totally out. So, we baby danced just because, number one, my husband's like, hey, I gotta get something out of this, and number two, it's not a terrible thing. So I totally thought we were out, and it was just kind of comical trying and like doing the TTC thing like while we were camping, but it paid off, and I'm pregnant. So I took a test this morning. Technically, I think I had to be able to test positive this early. I had to have, what I think happened was that this, sperm can live, like some people say 72 to 90 some hours. So I know 72 is a definite. Some people say longer. Well, we did on the 3rd. We baby danced on the 3rd. I am pretty sure that there was still some sperm there on the 6th when my egg actually dropped. Otherwise, I don't think I could test that early. So I'm actually going to call this 7-DPO, and I'm going to show you a test, and I don't know if you can see it because it's one of those cheap ones. So, I don't know, it's a very light positive, and it's just, let me see, the lighting, anyway. Okay, it's a positive. And I have a really good feeling about this. Now, I hope I'm not wrong, but I have made major changes to my diet. One of the most major things is giving up diet soda for 3 months, so that it's clearly out of my system, and giving up the dieting and making a complete dieting overhaul, which has actually changed my life in a really major, wonderful way, and I am excited to make a video about that. So I have a really positive feeling about this, but basically I'm 7-DPO, and I am excited. I'm actually going to make a video about each day and the symptoms that I had, because the thing that made me test, even though I knew we were out, is 2 days ago, I fell asleep. Okay, no, there's a couple things that made me test, okay? And then I'm going to make a separate video about symptoms, and hopefully I'll include everything, because I've kind of been writing it down, but Okay, after we got back from our camping trip, the day after we got back, my husband had to leave for reserves again, and my brother-in-law was visiting with his 2 kids. And the 2 kids, generally, they are raised very, very differently than we raise our kids, but I have always just embraced them and loved that. They were making me crazy. I mean, seriously, I was like in tears. I thought they were gonna like ruin my own children, and I like was just, I mean, and I was just like at my wit's end. I mean, and I walk my dog every morning with a friend of mine, and like I was everything I said to her, I would start crying, and I am not really, I'm a crier for sure, but I don't know her that well. I'm definitely not a public crier like that. So I was like, whoa, something's wrong. And then 2 days ago, um, I had so much to do. Our company left on Saturday. My house is a disaster. I mean, we've been camping. I haven't done things. And I am normally someone who like can't sleep, can't function unless the things are done, because then I just think my kids can't have a good life because I can't find anything and blah, blah, blah. So I was planning to stay up. I fell asleep at 8 o'clock and I slept until 6 a.m. And that is an indicator. Now, I haven't had the bleeding gums, and that is normally a thing for me, but I've had so much dental work done lately that I'm not even sure my gums are normal. And technically, I'm not even sure they still have blood in them to bleed out, because I think it's all been bled out. So I don't know. But yeah, so the thing is, and those symptoms were pretty much 2 days, so that would have been 5 DPO that I was starting to feel super fatigue, and so yeah, fingers crossed. I'm really praying. I think this is it. I'm super excited because I'm trying not to get too excited, because I am not a stranger to miscarriage this last year and a half, so I'm trying not to get super excited, but I'm excited. It's because the difference between this one and my miscarriages, I knew something was wrong from the very beginning. And in fact, I told my husband when I was pregnant, I said, you know what's weird? I'm emotionally stable, and that's not normal for me when I'm pregnant. And he was like, yeah, that's kind of true. But he's like, well, everyone's like, oh, maybe it's a girl. I'm like, no, I'm never emotionally stable when I'm pregnant. And that is so true. I'm like a crazy person, crying, or just like I've been. So, oh my goodness, that's my other phone ringing, because my husband's at the Verizon store trading in my other phone because it had drama. But, okay, so I will go and I will make a whole other video on symptoms. And once again, love you guys, and thanks for your support. Bye.